The harmony of the gear, in the heart of the design and technology lab, Soren lived for the precision of the line. His world was one of calipers, CAD software, and the clean smell of freshly cut acrylic. To Soren, design was a puzzle where every piece had a perfect, silent place. He was the top of his class, a master of static structures and rigid forms. But the silence Soren loved was often broken by Linnea. Linnea sat 3 benches away, and she was never still. Her fingers performed a constant, frantic dance, tapping pencils, clicking pens, and drumming on the edge of the heavy oak tables. To the rest of the class, it was a rhythmic distraction that echoed off the industrial walls. One afternoon, the noise became too much for Soren. He looked up from his bridge prototype, his brow furrowed in frustration. Every click of Linnea's pen felt like a hammer against his concentration. He watched her, wondering why she couldn't just sit still like everyone else. He saw the movement as a flaw in the classroom's design. Their teacher, Mr. Holloway, noticed Soren's mounting annoyance. He leaned over Soren's shoulder, not looking at the bridge, but at Linnea. "Design is about solving problems, Soren," Mr. Holloway whispered. "But before you can solve a problem, you have to understand the user." Linnea isn't trying to be loud. Her brain needs that motion to filter out the world so she can think. Soren spent the next hour watching Linnea differently. He saw her try to stop tapping, her shoulders tensing and her face scrunching in a painful effort to remain motionless. Within minutes, her work would stall, her gaze drifting aimlessly until her hands started their rhythmic dance again. The movement wasn't a distraction to her, it was her engine. A spark ignited in Soren's mind. He pushed his bridge prototype aside and opened a fresh page in his sketchbook. He didn't draw a building or a machine, he drew a hand. He began to sketch a device that could harness that need for motion, something silent, something tactile, something that felt like a secret heartbeat in the palm. For the next week, Soren lived in the 3D printing lab. He experimented with weighted resins, ceramic bearings, and dampened plastic gears. He needed something that would provide the haptic feedback Linnea craved without making a sound that would disturb the peace of the lab. He was designing for an audience of one. On Friday, Soren walked over to Linnea's bench. The tapping was loud that day, a frantic staccato against the wood. He didn't complain. Instead, he reached out and placed a small, matte black disc on her table. It featured a central brass pivot and a ring of silent, rolling steel beads. "Try this," he said quietly. "It's a kinetic dampener." Linnea picked it up. Her thumb found the groove naturally, and the inner ring began to spin in a silent, hypnotic blur. A look of profound relief washed over her face. The tension in her shoulders vanished instantly. For the first time all year, her hands were busy, but the room remained perfectly, beautifully quiet. Soren returned to his bench, picking up his calipers once more. He realized that the most important thing he had built all year wasn't made of plastic or steel. He had built a bridge of empathy. In the quiet hum of the workshop, they both worked in perfect harmony, 2 different minds, finally finding the same frequency.